Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a great day today. Sorry for the little bit late videos, but I'll try to get all this done for you guys. Well, today we're gonna have some interesting news over to the fact that we have the crazy far left being racist, as we all know that they are, and then we also have Nancy Pelosi being, as she is as well, with elbowing a little child out of a photo op. It just, really just concerns me onto why people follow or like these people when they do stuff like this. It's just great. Here, take a look at the video.
Ask her to come into the picture.
Answer.
Yes.
And now, since you've seen that horrendous video of, Nancy Pelosi being vile, we're here to show you that, this is the article that we see here. GOP Rep. Mayra Flores accuses Speaker Nancy Pelosi of pushing daughter during photo op. A newly elected GOP congressman accused House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of pushing her young daughter during a photo op at her swearing-in ceremony last week. Well, as you can see here, is that it's not, I guess you could say accuse, sure, but we all know that it essentially is that Nancy Pelosi did elbow her child out of the photo op, because we've seen it quite easily to where she looked at the child, and then after she looked at the child, she elbowed her out of the way. So, I mean, come on now. Like, why are you being like this? Rep. Mayra Flores of Texas made the accusation after a video posted on social media showed her posing with Pelosi and her family at the ceremony, with conservative commenters saying the speaker elbowed Flores' daughter. No child should be pushed aside for a photo op, period. I would say no child should be pushed aside for pretty much practically anything. So, there's also that. I'm so proud of my strong, beautiful daughter for not allowing this to face her, she said. She continued to smile and pose for the picture like a queen. The video shows Pelosi standing next to Flores' daughter as she waves over the family's pasture. Pelosi then looks at the girl and extends her elbow at the same point that the child moves over. What's hilarious here is that we have Nancy Pelosi that's acting more like a child than the actual child in the video, which is what's sad. I mean, once you're exposed to being acting more like a child than the actual child in the room, that's a problem. Like, at some point, you should probably look at yourself and be like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. That was very childlike behavior. But what can you say? Just a bit. Okay, it is unclear from the footage if Pelosi's arm makes contact with the girl, but one Republican commentator, actress James West, said the video is clear evidence of the Democrat displaying her true colors. Conservative columnist and TV show host Benny Johnson called Pelosi a witch in response to the video. Nancy Pelosi elbows the little daughter of new GOP Congresswoman Mayra Flores. What a witch, he tweeted. Well, if they have the actual thing here, well, look at this.
Answer.
I like how these people here are going to say, do you think maybe the little one was a bit close, and as she was bringing her hand back up, she bumped her? Try bringing your arm down and back up. It never comes back up straight to the elbow. She sings out. Unless you're a robot, don't surprise me. You would make something wicked. Listen. She looked at the child as she did it. That's the thing. When you go down and actually look at somebody as you're about to elbow them, yeah, that's kind of a problem if you ask me. So that's the thing that we have. Now, we can relook at this video again. See? She looked at the child and then as she did it. That's all she did. So you're doing a real hard fucking sell here. That's the case. You're a lunatic. Anyway, let's get back to the actual article. It goes on to say the footage at the center of the controversy was recorded at the ceremonial swearing-in Pelosi hosted for Flores on Tuesday. Flores, 30, became the first Mexican-born member of the U.S. Congress when she won a special election earlier this month against a Democratic opponent to replace Representative Fomen Villa, who retired before the end of this term. Another video of the photo op shows the Democratic leader and Flores smiling and shaking hands as Pelosi congratulated her on the historic achievement. See, here's the thing here is that we see the footage and we obviously know like how stupid it is. Now, granted, I will say that I wouldn't say this is a nothing burger, but it is kind of it. What we're trying to do here is expose exactly on how the left or the Democratic Party reacts. Now, granted, I get it that a lot of you Democrats don't fall for this ideology to where, even on some cases on abortion, to where you think there should actually be actual limits. So I will address this perfectly, is that you guys, there are a lot of Democrats that I would say that will not go to this extent and actually think this is okay, or you would even think that the riots or whatever's happening in these other states is okay. So I understand that not all of you think this way. We may have different opinions on how to run country and stuff like that, but I think in majority of the cases we kind of we'll reach a middle point on a few things at the very least, and I think we all agree that this is a little bit nuts. But all I'm doing here is that I'm showing the people that want to represent your side here is doing this type of stuff. That's pretty much all I'm doing here. And it goes on to say, it's a great honor to welcome Congressman Flores to the Capitol and the Congress of the United States with great congratulations, Pelosi said in that video. And again, grateful for her leadership and her beautiful family who is here today. Flores will serve out the rest of the Vela's term and will face another election in November against Democratic nominee Vicente Gonzalez. Pelosi wished her success during the swearing-in ceremony. So, there we have it. All these videos. So, yeah. Pretty much saying we've seen what the true case is. We've seen what it actually is in full fruition, and what we see here is that they're doing this type of stuff, and that's what insanity is. I'm not quite sure exactly how else we can really put this in other words and like what's right and what's okay, but we have to understand that we just don't fucking elbow children in any scenario unless, you know, obviously, I always say not even unless anything, because there's not really not really an excuse at all to elbow a child at all in those type of in any scenario, because it's just not right. So that's it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. And take care.